about to be evening. Yeah. I can't promise you this will be short, but I did my eyes and I did my hair ahead of time so that it could be shorter than it could have been. This wig is not glued down. It's glueless. I just have my wig band on. Mind you, I've tried it without my wig band. It does fit without my wig band. It fits actually a little better, but it won't stay down. I know that for sure in the back or what have you, so I wanted a secure, so wig band it is, and I pushed the combs. I always pushed the comb in the back under my wig band, and then I found the combs in the top. There's one right here for some reason, and then there's one over here that I put under. There's not one over here, which would have been nice. Like I said, it's not glued down. When my hair is not clipped like this, this will go down. Mind you, I could put tape. I was going to tape it down. I watched a video on how to remove the tape. Even because that nobody says that. They tell you how to put the tape on. From like years ago. But none of the videos, I found like maybe 2 that actually show you how to take the tape off. And it's, yeah. Anyway, so this wig is called the Hair Sense Secret Collection 100% Premier Fiber Lace Front Wig. The style is lace / Qiciy. PT, I don't know what PT means. And it's 1B. So when I Black Friday sales, those wigs, I don't know if you can see it. This is one of my $5 wigs. Ironically, I call it my Diana Ross wig. Why? Because it's very poofy. I'm going to the Disco Divas concert at the Phoenix Symphony. Ironically, Diana Ross is in town, but she's playing at one of the casinos today and tomorrow. I'm not going to that. I don't know enough of her songs, plus I'm sure those tickets cost a lot. Let's put some primer on instead of all this gibby-gabby. Using this. And I'm also using a new to me foundation. Because I found it at, was it Ross? I think it was Ross. For $12.99. And it's something that you can't get in Ulta. And I guess Sephora doesn't carry it anymore. So I found it, and I found it was in my, what can be considered my shade, as well as, I couldn't find the shade after that also could be considered my shade. But supposedly it oxidizes a little bit in the deeper tones. So hopefully that will make it continue. That will make it my shade completely. Because I haven't used this particular shade because I was like, it's too light. But, okay, nose is because I've been messing with wigs. I've been changing dresses till I forgot what I was going to wear. And it's like Symphony. I figured kind of cocktail clothes, since it's a night one and not a day one, which they have tomorrow. So, and then trying different wigs with it. I was going to either wear this one or, it's on a chair, you can't see it, which has red tips to it, or 530, I think it is. We're going to go in with, let me wipe my fingers off. Going with this little color corrector. I'm going to use my fingers. I'm just kind of blend it out a little bit. Basically, I realized I didn't have a brush till I was a little too late. So, yeah. So I decided on shoes as well, which I should have put in the hallway so y'all could see them. Because you know I don't wear shoes in the house. Unless they're relatively new. The day I found those Reeboks and talking with that man, I think I discussed that on one of my ones. It's the same day I happened to find that NARS. So, yeah, I like this cream one better. I hate to say better than Live Tinted, but you see it's blending a little bit easier than that was. And yes, I haven't been using it because I think that would be a good shade or whatever. That isn't a good concealer shade unless I mix some of them. So I'm like, anyway, so a friend of mine, I just posted me playing with this wig after the last time I went out. I was just like, I had my eyebrows done, so I'm like, let me see how these wigs look with my eyebrows done. And I had that lippy on. I figured out how to put on that LYS, the pink lip I had on. to do it was less dramatic with the line and all that. If I literally just put it on with a brown liner and blend out the brown liner and put it on top of that, it's fine. It wasn't as dramatic as I had made it. Like, it's a good color. It could be used like all the time. So I'm like, I made it harder than it needed to be. But yeah, so I just posted a bunch of, like, kind of a mini photo shoot I did of myself in this wig. And I was like, okay, but I gotta wear it before it gets warm, because it's like 68 right now. It's gonna drop down to 63, but next week it's gonna be in the 80s and possibly 90s at the end of the week. So it's like, okay, it's warming up fast here. Otherwise, there's like 1 week in March where it's going to be 60s again. So otherwise I have to wait till March, or wait till winter again, or go someplace cold, because this is a lot of hair. And I can't put it in a ponytail. So like, if I get tired of it later, I can just put it in a ponytail. Okay. And the black, obviously, is from my eyeshadow. And the eyeshadow is Danessa's Mini Everyday Kit. And I'm not going to try not to hold it too much up. So this one again. And I use the black for the outside. And then the Rust, I think it's called. It'll be in the description. As a transition all over. And then I went in with the this is from the Freedom Palette 6, Lightwork 6. Because I didn't want to use one of those. And then this is the black from that. Okay, why didn't I open it? I put it upside down, but I didn't open it. So yeah, deciding, I've had this dress that I'm wearing that y'all will hopefully see, since, no, I want to say 2013, if not before then. And obviously it's, I can still fit it. I'm wearing support. It's not that bad without the support, but I'm wearing support. The eyebrows are the tattoo gel thing. Again, I did those early this morning while I was just sitting in my chair. So I'm just kind of setting, where I put it, the corrector. This is why I have this on. Of course, just remembering where it is, because I think I blended very well. So I think whenever the last time, whenever that video is, because I do have a video that I need to edit that's kind of long, if I'm trying to edit it down. I don't like them to be anywhere near an hour, because some people have vlogs, and this is not a vlog, it's just me rambling with, you know, makeup tutorial, whatever. I have vlogs that are like hours, 2 hours long. I'm like, I don't want to watch a 2-hour vlog. So I'm not gonna make y'all listen to me talk for like an hour or more. It may end up being a long, until I need to learn to do chapters, figure out how to do the chapters. Otherwise I'll just put a timestamp. This is where this is where that is, kind of thing. Because I do show how I do my eyes with the new palette, so that obviously took up time. Did I wear a wig that day? I wore a wig that day as well. So yeah, that's why I tried to do the wig off screen. You know, that wig was very easy, so it's not an issue. Okay, let's spray. So most of my eyes are done. If we have time, I'll put on these half lashes, because I had full lashes, the little black dress by Qiciy, but I have not trimmed them. I wasn't in the mood to trim them today, so I'm not putting those on. I'd have to trim them first. I'm not gonna do all that on camera. Okay, so while I'm yapping, let's open this up. So this NARS. So this is the NARS Sheer Glow. Some people talk about this and how great it is, what have you, but of course it's not in stores. You gotta order it from the NARS website. So me finding this, I did run it to see how old it is. It's less than a year old, so I am okay with that. And it's container within container, and so it looks like this. It's a short one. I do have the soft matte. It's just, it's not hot enough for me to use a short soft matte. This is in New Caledonia, which is what they say is my shade. which pretty much I know is going to match my chest and probably my face. But knowing the oxidizer, okay, because we know how my face is. 2 different tones. Why are my glasses sitting here? I'm like, what? Yeah. Oh, the shade that I use, okay, that's going to fall. Get my way. And the Danessa one was this one. It's called Release. It'll be in the description. I did write that down somewhere. Did I? I don't think I did. But I just said it right now. It's Release. Now it's sitting out because so I can remember it's that one. Anyway, this does not have a pump. I do have another pump that I had when I had Estee Lauder, like, let's say year 1. This is right here. That's the top. So let me show you how it is. I think you have to pull because there's no reason. Yeah, because I was like, that shouldn't come off like that. I know this is a little top. So like this, and there's no pump. So basically, you got to pour it on your hand. I don't know if you have to shake that out, so let's shake it first. A lot of them you have to shake. So just in case, to get the best out of it, that's what we're doing. So anyway, a friend of mine, I'm going to put it on my hand. And so it's hard not to, they have a pump. I'm like, I'm not trying to pay for a pump. You think that's enough? I don't know if that's a pump or not. Okay, that's definitely enough. There's, yeah, pump, but if my Estee Lauder one, I know like MAC has a separate pump and all that. If it works, I'm not trying to do, yeah, I'm not paying for a freaking pump. Okay, what I watched somebody do is use a sponge. So, and they went in with it, so I'm gonna do it like that. What I need to remember is wherever I push it down first is gonna be where the most goes. Oh, that looks good. So the sheer glow is because the glow is supposed to be sheer versus the foundation, meaning it's not sheer, it's light to medium buildable coverage. Because I've seen some great looks from people using it, so I'm like, my hair will be kind of covering, but in seeing that, I'm like, okay, it's definitely can be medium. And because my face is bronzier at this time of day, I just didn't want to use a brush. I did wash this again yesterday after the last time I used it, which was Thursday. Yeah, I had makeup. I did makeup on Thursday. I was like, when's the last time I did makeup? So my ears really don't matter. I'm just trying to get under where that is. Because even when I let this down, this is going to cover part of my face, so. Okay, that's not bad. I'm trying to think, darn. We don't need to put any more. So I don't need this. I can wipe that off. If I showed you my chest, which I'm trying not to take this off, I could say, yeah, maybe a little bit more. Like, because I want something that looks like my skin. Like when I wake up in the morning, my skin looks great. Or when it gets that bronzy look overall, and I have no makeup on, whatever. I want it, because for me, my goal is to get my face, makeup-wise, to almost look like I have no makeup, but everything is just even. And kind of soft looking. So I'm pushing it in, because again, I put a lot on the side first. So the sides look like it's definitely going to be darker than the other side, even though the sponge is absorbing, so. Okay. So I do have NARS samples, but I don't know which shade, because I asked for chocolate. They didn't have almond. A lot of the beauty influencers, they like to use almond. So, but the lady didn't give me a sample. I just said chocolate, and then she came back with 4 others. I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's not that serious. So I have chestnut, almond, no, chestnut, chocolate, truffle, and some other one I can't see right now. Cacao. Cacao seemed like that'd be too dark. And I used cafe like years ago, but I don't really even have to put anything there because, again, my head, forehead is definitely going to be covered. Okay, you're going to have to go. That song, Where the Hell Is My Husband, is in my head for some reason right now. I think it was on a video earlier because I'm like, why is this song in my head? It's a catchy song. I do like it. It's very catchy. Yeah, it's a catchy song. I don't know who it's by, but I almost want to say it's Chappelle, but I don't think it'd be Chappelle. Chappelle don't seem like Chappelle Rowan. She doesn't seem like a type that would give a my husband. So that's why I was like, I don't think that's her. So someone like that is who it's by. So yeah, if my nose is leaking, it's because of the wigs. I don't want to say I'm allergic, but it's definitely something in some of the wigs sometimes causes my nose leaking, then I'm fine initially. And then products. Trying to think what I did today. I didn't do everything I was supposed to do today. Like, there was a cookout today. Like, put on by, it was going to be in Tempe, put on by a Taste of Melon. I think it was in Tempe, and it was like, I know it's 1 to 9 or something like that. 1 to 7? I don't know. And I was going to go, but then getting breakfast this morning was just an ordeal. And then I'm like, I don't want to go anywhere else. Like, I didn't do anything even on my side of town. That's how much of an ordeal it was to where I didn't want to go anywhere, do anything. And I did try to take a nap after I tried on the different dresses. And because the skirt I got from Torrid, it's nice and everything, it's flowy, whatever. But I'm like, couldn't find the right combination of tops, so it didn't look frumpy, what have you. So I'm glad I didn't take the time to steam it, because I would have been pissed to then not wear it. Because I don't iron, so it would have been steamed. Because I don't wear white tops, but I do have this cream kind of sweater, which goes, if I go to like a 60s theme, whatever, that's how poofy it kind of is, without the tulle underneath it. But I was like, no, this could have been the right event if I had the right top, but I didn't have the right top. Mind you, I found a white shirt, long sleeve shirt, like a, white shirts, like professional kind of shirt, like a regular white shirt, like a guy would wear with his business suit kind of thing. But it's for a woman, but it's one size bigger because of the boobs. Even though it's Torrid, I still gotta buy a size bigger for the boobs. And it has if you've been lucky enough to find the shirts that have the other buttons that are kind of on the inside, so you can keep that gap from happening if you have a big chest. Y'all know what I mean. And so it's one of those, and I'm like, oh, this is nice. If I wore white, I don't wear white, but I'm like, if I actually ironed it, yeah, it's a nice shirt. So once I actually iron it, it's gonna be very nice. We're gonna go in with Rhode, because because of all this, I kind of want everything else to be not demure, but yeah. And then the lip is it's not gonna be crazy or anything. I almost was gonna wear this red kind of one, but I decided not to wear that one. I haven't tried it out yet. Maybe when I come home, I'll play with that one. So even just to disco diva, like I was telling my friend, that's what it was. I was posting the photos, and I'm like, I need to wear this before, because it's not gonna be cool anymore. It's gonna be too hot. And a friend of mine was like, well, here's an event that would be good for you to. I don't have a blush brush, do I? No, I don't. Because the last time I did blush, I used my hand. And I don't have one for powder either. Hold on. Y'all seeing how big this hair is. So she's like, here's this event. You could probably wear it. Because, like I said, I call it my Diana Ross one. And she's like, so I was like, oh, okay. I know these songs. Because sometimes, like, when I think of disco, I'm like, I'm not gonna say I don't like disco, but I'm like, I know the song. So I was like, okay, I'll go. And she gave me a coupon or a code, promo code that's free. So it's free. I'm like, I'm not paying to go see disco. I'm like, I have nothing against disco, but I'm like, not enough to pay for it. And so she gave me that. So I'm like, okay, I'll go. I could have went last night, but I was like, I want to stay home for once on a Friday night. It's been a while. So I was like, I didn't want to go. And I had needed to take a shower yesterday. So I was like, okay. I would have had to take a shower, figure out what to wear. Like if I went through what I went through today, trying to figure out, because I'm indecisive and trying different things. So yeah, I would have never left the house last night. So that's why I picked today, or I could have went Sunday at 2. It looks like that line is very harsh. That's why I'm blending the hell out of it. Okay. I was just thinking of how Eric Dane passed away. Was it Friday? Was it Friday? I think it was Friday. Which is unfortunate. Everybody, where is my concealer brush? I see it, but I didn't want to use that when it's dirty. Let me brush it off. Because I'm not trying to get back up. Usually brushing it off, it's fine. Like, it takes off a lot, and then it's, like, this was dirtier than that is right now. But he passed away, and I'm like, okay. And there's all the tributes coming in about him. So he's McSteamy. You loved him on Grey's Anatomy. And just, of course, made you think of how his character died on the show. But yeah, I guess they said he had the aggressive form of ALS. It's like, wow. Because they said just a year ago he was, I guess, diagnosed, or he actually came out to say he had it. And he was still working. I mean, he had his moments when he couldn't. I guess the award show he couldn't go to because he was at the ER or whatever because he fell, I guess. So yeah, it's not like he was perfect or whatever. Like he was just out there bringing attention to people about it, but still working. So it's like you didn't expect him to pass so soon. It just seemed like he just was diagnosed, kind of thing. For some reason, like yesterday, I think it was, kept hearing cop cars. I'm like, where y'all at? I'm kind of near Main Street, but it's not right there. It's still a ways. Okay. So let's blend these edges here with the concealer brush. I used tape originally, but then had that sharp line, and so I kind of, after I took the tape off, kind of blended out. So that's why you saw me doing this, because I was trying to clean that up too. Okay. As you can see the blush, but it's not too much. Okay. Let us meld or blend edges even with a sponge. It can be done. My mother was texting me, she's like, do you want this or whatever when this happens? I'm like, let me think about it. I'm like, I can't make that decision right now. There's a product, and I was like, oh, let me think about it. What's the edges? This is the contour. Okay. because what I need to do is look at more pictures of where I really liked how the look turned out and keep doing that. But sometimes I'm like, okay, that concealer didn't work. Or that looks a little too harsh. Speaking of Minted, I don't know it expires today. I was going to say they have a foundation. The foundation sticker is 30% off, but by the time this goes up, it's not going to be happening. I don't know. It's a random sale. And the lip bar has a 25% off sale, I think, right now as well. I don't know when that ends. I didn't see the tiny print to figure that out. But yeah, I think on days I do makeup and I'm wearing a wig, it's gonna take 2 hours. So it starts at 7:30. I want to leave the house by 6:45. So I think it takes 20 minutes to get there, 15, 20 minutes, and then find parking. There was a Suns game at 3, but that should be over by then. And I could take the light rail, but wearing a nice dress and this wig on the light rail, I'm gonna say it's gonna bring attention to myself, but I don't want to deal with one. I don't want to sit in possibly anything, which they've been relatively clean. It's not like New York subway kind of dirty, but still, you don't know who sat in those seats. And then if you saw sometimes who sat in those seats, you're like, yeah. Okay, what am I? So that's my new way of kind of blending out. To kind of get out the creases that may have happened. Let me wipe off the handle. And I realized I could just use the fluffy side. Okay, I'm gonna put a little extra there because I said this. You know, I didn't want that line. And I'm going back to kind of put it. Okay, let us set the rest of our face, and then I'll take off. I just hitting pan. Yes, it's the little things that excite me. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to find a spot that's like $2, $3, and not hopefully not only lots that cost like $40. We shall see. What time is it anyway? Oh, 6:17. Okay, I'm not doing bad. That's good. I started when I did, because like I said, I didn't really sleep. I laid down to sleep, and then my neighbor upstairs was making noise. And I forgot to go to the office to mention that to them, because I'm like, it's been a week. I don't know what she's building, what have you. It's between like, and she knows about the neighbor that was downstairs, because she, I don't say stuck up for me or whatever, but I'm like, she knows about the neighbors. I'm like, why are you making noise? Like, you can make noise, but she's like literally banging, like bang, 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 and then stops. Maybe 5 minutes later, bang, 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 bang. So she's like, I don't know what she's working on up there, like a project or whatever, but it's usually starts after 6, and it's not, like I said, it's like maybe the 2 sets, and then like maybe later, like at 9, I'll hear it again. Like, it could be in my bedroom, it could be over there, it could be over here, and then it could be again like between 12 and 1. It's like, do you not think people are sleeping? I'm like, maybe she's a nurse, but I'm like, do you not think people are sleeping? Why would you? We're using NARS. I have the red one, which I know I don't wear that often, But this is Orgasm Rush, which is, I think I got one of them sales, but it was half off. So let me, I don't, just pointless. I already used this to blend, so I'm like, I don't really need to brush it off. Yes, I usually keep covers on things. Yeah, even if I've had them a while. So it's kind of with dual purposes of a highlighter and a blush. Hopefully that will show up on camera. No, I can see it. I don't have my glasses on, but I can see it. So I'm not going to go back in like you think you would, just because you can't see it. Okay, I'll put that brush over there. I don't need this anymore. And thread bingos tomorrow. I haven't decided if I'm going or not, which is why I probably would have, if I do, I'm going to wear the other wig I thought about wearing. Okay, there's stuff on here from the other day. I don't know if this is enough, so I'm going to use LYS. And that powder is from the Lip Bar. I'm not saying they're not the same. They're both finishing powders, but I don't know how much is on there. It could probably be fine, but we're just going to put a dash of that. And that's probably too much on that brush right there. And that was just a dash. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to put a hand over here. Just meld. A lot of stuff going on in town. Because I guess something's going on in Levine, and I'm like, I didn't know there's stuff going on in Levine. And then the thing that was in, I sprayed that spray at all. I did in the beginning, because I was like, I don't remember spraying this. And then, so I was like, oh, something happened. What's going on in Levine? Did not know that. I'm looking for the middle eyes. Yeah. Let's do, let me. Somehow, even though I didn't sleep, I'm like, why do I have the little crusties there? There should be no hugging. I don't think I'll see anybody I know. Need to stop getting it on my lips. I did ask ChatGTP. I was like, okay, I have this. I was like, what's the attire when you go to a symphony? And then I shouldn't need to reapply this. I'm gonna take it just in case. And I told them, okay, they're like cocktail dress or blazer, whatever, for women, what have you, kind of thing. Mind you, you don't have to do anything, whatever. And we're in Arizona. Arizona's kind of a little more relaxed about a lot of things. Cocktail dress, I'm like, okay. They're like, what color is your cocktail dress? And I'm like, black. It was like, okay, well then you should. And then I was like, I've kind of fancy, I got some on that side. Fancy shoes. I have flats. They kind of have a little sparkle to them, but they're flat because I'm like, if I gotta walk from wherever I'm parking, I need to find, I have my little card for the downtown ambassadors that will walk you to your car. So I found that because I got that when we used to work downtown for like a month at my job. So I was like, okay. Because I'm like, somebody might need to walk me to my car. I don't think I ever brushed that away. I did, but I didn't do a fantastic job. Just in case. I mean, I don't really have a problem walking downtown sometimes, but then there's other times you're like, you should not be walking downtown by yourself in the dark. And I think it's usually Saturday, it's gonna be busy. Yeah, see, I like how subtle the blushes, and then both blushes. Like, if I like this enough, I'm like, literally, I'd probably just put on Toasted Teddy. I mean, the foundation, Toasted Teddy, set everything, and concealer, and then just be out. And whatever lippy, because you know I can't go anywhere without a lippy. Okay. So that looks good. Let's look at now. I can do what I was going to do. First, I'm going to using black eyeliner. This is Shayna B, Miami. I'd have to look to see if she's expired yet. If it's 6 months, if we go by 6 months, it might be fine. I think it might be 6 months. Oh, it could be 3. And then, since I have a Danessa, I can set it as well. The black is what I meant. The setting, because this is creamy. I like how this one goes better than this one. It just seemed a little abrupt stepping, so I'm like, okay. And that's me. I'm gonna take, let's take that darker brown. Let's pat. So right, the promo made it so the tickets are free. I think I did mention it. So I don't want to pay like 20 something dollars to park. Again, the light rail would almost be perfect, except for because I don't mind taking it at night because I've gone to concerts downtown, but it's wearing something nice on the light rail. That's what I'm trying to avoid. We are not putting these lashes on. Yeah, it's 6:30. We're not putting the lashes on. I don't want to deal with the stress with all that. I need to record. There's it's either ABC or something like that episode of this 19-year-old who went on a date with, I guess he was like 29 or 32 or something like that. And how she never came home, whatever. One, yes, that age difference. And then apparently he had some kind of history. And I was thinking about it, I'm like, okay. And I guess she even took her own car, but I did read up to see how it ended, whatever. I just randomly just came upon it yesterday while I was working, while I was waiting for work. And because I guess because they're showing an update, whatever, and I'm like, he went to prison. Spoiler. But I was just thinking about how, I'd say my freshman year of college, I did go on a date with him. He was older, but he wasn't like old, not like that old. I was just like, okay, yeah, in college you really don't think about that. But it's like, I guess they used the Life 360 to find her. And I'm like, okay. Or to see, you know, where she kind of was last seen kind of thing and all that. And yeah, in college you just really don't think about that. And I'm like, you even think, I think, and even women now, they have to, you know, tell your girlfriends where you're going. If you're going to date, who it's with, you know, take a picture, find my phone, all that. And it's like, I I think this case happened in 2024, and he was convicted by 2025. So I'm like, summer 25. I'm like, y'all are on it, because we all know them cases can take forever sometimes. So I'm like, okay, I'm glad y'all, I guess you could say, found justice for her family, because there's no justice in that whatsoever. But it was like, okay. So yeah, I need to record that. Remember to record that. Even though, like I said, I know, well, one, how it ended, and it was just, yeah. It just made me think, I'm like, yeah, okay. But, you know, people knew the guy. They knew his name, who I was going out with. So it's like, okay. And where I had met him, whatever. And they knew what he looked like, stuff like that. So that did help me going out with this dude that I did not, you know, I just met. He was known in town, so. But this dude was known in town, so you just don't think about it. It's like, okay. Yeah, because you don't know people's backgrounds. Okay. I don't know why I'm wiping this off right now. Because I will forget later. So that's why I'm like, okay. Until I put it back on, I'm like, what the hell is all over in this? Okay, so I'm put on the earrings, and I'll stand up, show you the dress, and then I'm out. I haven't decided. I have 3 purse options. You know, they had those size limits. So they all fit that size limit. One's kind of a clutch, but it has no handles on it. And I'm like, you can't put a lot of stuff in there. I don't need to put a lot of stuff in there, which is why I say I probably don't need a lipstick. I'm leaving lipstick in the car because the bar I like to go to for trivia, it's their 6th anniversary, and so I'm going to swing by there afterwards. Maybe get a drink, maybe not, or just congratulate them in person. Why am I struggling always with, and it's, yeah, hair. Curly hair. So I want to take a stop by there, so maybe if I need to reapply lipstick by then. And that starts at 8, but this will still be going on because it's 2 hours, like 15 minutes. I like this earring. We're just trying to figure out why it won't go in my freaking hole in my ear. There we go. Okay. And now that song, that Miley Cyrus song, Wrecking Ball, that was on the radio the other day. So that's now in my head. I don't know why it keeps songs just jumping around like that. Okay, so now you see why it's my Diana Ross hair. It's a lot of hair. So I can also, I'm taking my, take out my brush because in a ponytail will look like this. So that's nice as well. And then you go like this. I did put wax spray on it. This hump was more than it is now, but you see how it kind of covers my face kind of thing. I am going to grab the spray while I show y'all the full dress. So this has been crooked this whole time. Okay. So that is what it looks like. See, it's great hair. Like I said, it just needs not to be hot. Gonna do it off of me. And this also has a scent to it. That's so sometimes like, oh, let's wear my hair mist spray, which I could have used, but I don't think it conditions at all. Just felt it. But yeah, $5. Thing is, finding this wig like online is very hard. They have a few in the clearance section at Wabba Beauty, different shades. I am so lucky I found this plain black one, which is 1B, because those are like gray, and they're gray and other colors. I mean, they're nice. They're all blown out already like this, but even more so, but in a nice way. But finding it online, if you find it, good luck. I'm glad you did. It's said $5. It's curly. It used to be tighter curls, and then I've just been combing it with my fingers and sometimes the brush. Or comb, not the brush, because the brush would be. with that, I hope y'all have a good night.